Marvel Comics does stuff that you should know about. And here to tell you is Comic Book Man and Bo.
Hey, why am I his sidekick, alright? How do you know he's not my sidekick?
Marvel News, episode 61, Dopes Aplenty.
Hey folks, Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my video outhouse. It's time for...
It's Marvel News Part 2.
Oh, Marvel News!
X-Marvel News, to be exact.
X-Marvel News. And we're coming to you from that place, Alternate Reality, which is located at the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. Alternate Reality, where all new comics are 15% off every day for everyone, including all Marvel comics, including all comics from Marvel that have an X in the title, or a mutant of some sort, including the guy with the claws, Wolverine! Jason Aaron is about to explain everything that you ever wanted to know about what he's doing with this book to you in the very near future.
Well, actually, Wolverine Goes to Hell is just the first arc of the book. Future arcs will explain who the Right Red Hand are. They're the people who sent Wolverine to hell. And at the end of Astonishing X-Men Wolverine, something is going to happen which is going to have big ramifications for Logan in this book.
Now, future story arcs in this book will be Wolverine Goes to Purgatory, Wolverine Goes to Heaven, and Wolverine Goes to Valhalla, and Wolverine visits the Bradys. So there you go. Look forward to those.
The Bradys never let him in the house. They never let him in the house because they say he drools.
He dies when he goes to Gary.
Yeah, he goes.
X-Men Serve and Protect will be an upcoming story arc.
That is the next arc after Fall of Mutants. It'll be drawn by Chris Bachalo, and they'll have the team return to New York City for the first time since they moved to California and meet and hang out with Spider-Man. This is a whole part of the fact that the X-Men will be hanging out with the rest of the Marvel Universe.
Bachalo, didn't he do NYPD Blue?
Yes, that was Chris. No, it was Scott Bakula you were talking about. He was in Quantum Leap. Bochco did NYPD.
Bochco, yeah. Okay, Bochco. Okay, never mind. X-Force. You know, have you ever wondered why the mayor of New York lets X-Factor run around loose in the city of New York when he hates superheroes? Have you ever wondered about that? Bo, I wonder about that every day. Why is that?
Peter David also wonders about that in a future arc.
He got a lot of time on his hands.
He will explain the deal that was made between Jamie Madrox and J. Jonah Jameson. Apparently, the deal will be come to roost because Jonah's going to show up and he's going to go, guys, I need your help for something. I'm calling in your marker. Also, a team member will leave this book in a future story. Now, Peter David says that just because the person is leaving the team doesn't mean you won't see the person in the book, but he won't tell you who it is. He's a secretive guy, that Peter David.
Good for him. If you picked up Chaos War this week, you know this guy's back from the dead. Oh, I am so surprised.
Hercules, well, he's immortal.
I'm so surprised he's back from the dead.
He's immortal.
And since he's back, it's time to put his lazy ass to work. And what better way than to team him up with the Mutant Universe?
Frank Thierry,
well, there's always something going on.
Four-issue limited series called Wolverine, Hercules, Myth, Monsters, and Mutants.
Yes.
The two will have Wolverine's foe, Matsuo to Saraba of the Hand.
Ooh.
And the Hercules villains, King Matsuo to Shiryaha of the Hand. He's the one who killed his girlfriend, Yashiro Mashika.
Yes.
And the Hercules villains, King Eurystheus and Achilles. But also, as part of this four-issue limited series, every issue, Wolverine.
Yes.
Hercules.
Yes.
Gonna go to a bar and get drunk.
Ah, that's great.
Because they drink like fish, and it doesn't bother you at all.
Yeah, Wolverine has a healing factor, so I would assume he never gets drunk, since he has a healing factor.
And Hercules, his bladder can hold at least about 20,000
Somewhat,
gallons.
yeah. I mean, and Hercules can drink ale by the barrel full
Hercules
and not get drunk.
Hercules
so
is
what's
blood.
the point?
So they can hang out in bars and start fights.
Well, skip the drinking and just start the fights.
Oh, no,
hey, we're having a fight.
No, you got to do the prelims first. You got to get drunk, then start the fights. If you walk in and start the fights and then get drunk, it defeats the whole purpose.
Folks, if you're like me, sometimes you feel like you're trapped in the negative zone. Here it all. Here in the outhouse.
Let me out! Let me out!
Every day I feel that with them, like I'm trapped in the negative zone. But Marvel has a comic coming up that will show you how to get out of the negative zone.
In our other story, we mentioned the fact that Marvel and, of course, DC are going to be doing some arcs which will combine 3 different annuals into one storyline.
Yes, yeah.
One of the guys who contributed to Nation X named James Osmus, he's writing Escape from the Negative Zone. It's a crossover event that starts in March. It'll involve the Uncanny X-Men Annual number 3, Steve Rogers Super Children Annual number 1, and Namor the First Mutant Annual number 1. And it involves everyone's favorite guy hanging out in the Negative Zone, Blastar.
Blastar,
like
the living bomb burst.
I like Annihilus.
I always thought he farted a lot.
The big grass.
And Annihilus, actually, Jeffy, Annihilus will be in this as well.
He better be.
Because I guess he's coming back from
Because
the
he's a
dead.
big
Well, he
mechanical grasshopper.
lives in the negative zone.
Yeah, but he was dead for a while.
He's the ruler.
Well, that was
Then
that-
he was running
that,
around.
That was a whole
He was
annihilation
in the whole
thing.
cosmic thing.
Well, he
and
was
then-
the annihilation thing.
Yeah, and then he's coming back because
Annihilate,
they got more cosmic stuff to tell us.
And he's coming back because he's a copyrighted character of Marvel Comics Incorporated.
And you gotta keep
as
them copyrights
such-
going, baby.
As such, you can always make a buck selling a T-shirt with him, so nobody ever dies.
You know, he's never gotten a shirt. It doesn't seem fair.
Oh, it's sad. It's very sad.
not right.
Last story we've got up, the last X-Mutant story we've got up. Once again, we couldn't do it in 10 minutes.
This actually
We've got
less
time to
stories
burn.
here. There's less
Actually,
stories.
let's talk about what you had for dinner.
Show me your
last night.
soft shoe.
'Cause we got time to burn.
You know what I had last night? I had a hamburger from Jim's Original Polish, and I also had a couple cheese dogs on the way to work because I didn't feel like stopping anywhere else. And I had a Pepsi.
And the cheese
You know what
was on
that
the
is?
bus?
What?
That's astonishing.
Yes, it is.
Astonishing X-Men! Oh!
If you were
I worked it
It
in.
was amazing. If you were wondering what would happen, would Warren Ellis continue working on this book? Who would be the next team to take over this book? Well, Marvel made the announcement at the New York Con. Daniel Way and Body Bags Jason Pearson, one of my all-time favorite artists, they're taking over Astonishing X-Men with an arc called Monstrous. It'll have the X-Men encounter classic monster characters from the Marvel Universe, and they'll be going out to Monster Island
Monster
because
Island.
apparently there's something there that is basically even scaring the monsters who are on Monster Island.
And if you picked up Frankencastle, whatever the last issue was, 20, I think, or something. If you picked up
20 or 21?
Frankencastle number whatever last issue was,
He was on Monster
He
Island.
was on Monster Island. That's how he got turned back into the Undertaker at the end of the book.
So all those monsters are still there.
And if you don't know what I'm talking about, take a look at him. He looks just like the Undertaker.
And for those who are going, does this mean Warren Ellis won't do any more Astonishing? No, Warren's done. And also, the book will be shipping on a monthly basis once Way and Pearson take over. So that means Pearson's been drawing this book for probably half a year by now.
That means the first couple issues will be monthly, and then
Well, they haven't really announced the start date yet. So they've got till 2011, and 2011 is supposed to be a big deal for a whole bunch of stuff in comics, including, which is something that I mentioned tomorrow at the New York Con, Marvel's next big, huge intercompany crossover event. But that'll have to wait for the next segment.
you have to wait for the next segment.
Because I don't know what it's Sunday. I don't know what's happening.
But while you're waiting,
Yes.
while you're
here,
go to the store's website.
have some fries.
And check out all of the
cheesecake.
past Marvel newses that
Some
we've
nachos.
done that you can click on
Some
and
fruit.
watch and say to yourself, what the hell are they talking
some
about?
post toasty.
And where is the store's website at?
Sarah knows because she's eating right now.
www.myalternatereality.com. Now go over and to Comic Book Man what you really think.
So stop off at the store's website and check out all of the news that he sends me that I post up for Marvel Comics. And until next time, this is Comic Book Man
And Bo.
saying bye.
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.